Alright, this time the quick speed shop, we're taking the junkyard YJ from this to this. Bam! I'm a professional, don't try this at home. Okay, I'm going to start out here with the junkyard YJ. If you hadn't followed along in this project so far, it was going to be a parts Jeep to that Jeep in the background there, an FC. But what we got is a 1990 Sahara Edition Jeep Wrangler YJ, 258 automatic, 3-inch body lift, I think like a 4-inch suspension lift. And right now it's got baby tires on it. We're going to rectify that with some junkyard rubber I picked up last weekend. So my absolute favorite wheels of all time are these Dodge Diplomat police car wheels. They came on Dodge Diplomats. And I've got a whole collection of these. I got about 20 of them. And I picked my worst set of 4 that were super scaly, and I just took the grinder and I knocked most of the scale off, and I'm just going to hit them with some Rust-Oleum flat black just on the rim surface, just to give a little bit of protection. But I don't care if these rims get muddy and scratched up and rusty. So I'm just going to go ahead and give her and throw some flat black on here, and it'll be ready to mount up the new tires. The new old tires, I should say. Oh yeah, look at that. Bam, I'll just let these flash off and put probably about 3 coats of flat black on here, and we'll be ready to mount these new tires. Boom. Alright, what I found in the pick and pull was a set of General Grabber AT2s. These are all trains. They're 31 10.5s, and they're 15-inch. So I cleaned them up. They're going to be great for the Jeep. But check it out. I roll this in place. Bam, that's bigger already. So let me go ahead and get this thing jacked up. We'll pop these wheels off here and put these 31 all 10.5s on here and see what she looks like. Oh, bam, look at this. It looks like we got almost brand new front pads on here. Maybe new calipers too, that's good. And real decent rotors, nice. Just going to go ahead and put a little anti-seize action onto this hub. Ooh, I like it already. Bam. Bam, that's super tough already. Picked her right up. You're sticking about halfway outside the body. That makes it look super tough. Bam, I like it. I'm going to go ahead and jack her up and throw the other one on the back. Man, it picked it way up in the air. The Jeep's all kirked off to one side now. That looks super awesome. I need a step ladder to get up inside this thing. I can sit on it like this going. Look at that. Lean on it like this. I love bolting rusty junk together. This is great. So in the pick and pull, I don't know if you can see the blue on this tire. They mark them with spray paint yellow, green, blue, and something else. But the blue ones are 40 bucks a piece. So I paid $40. I yanked them off of Dodge Dakota. That was in there. I think I can throw a picture of that up in here for a second. And then got them on here. These should be a good starting tire for 160 bucks. Out the door, it's a good start to get tires. You can't buy tires any kind of this tread on them for anywhere they're that cheap online new, obviously, or even used. People want a ton of money for junk tires, so I'm happy to get these. These will get me going for a little bit of the breaking this thing in, doing some wheeling, run around here, get rid of those baby tires. So I'm pretty happy with this, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the other set on the other side, and then we'll check out what other things we're going to be doing with this Jeep. Bam, there we go. This side looks good too. I love the stick out on these tires. It's about half tread. It looks super tough, super off-road action. So I'm happy with the look of it so far for what I got invested in it. Obviously with the lift I could go to a much taller tire, probably a 35-inch tire I would guess, with the amount of articulation this thing's going to do. But this is a good start for me to get out in the trails and putter around. My friend Tony there with a Project Y Bother, you've seen on the channel from a couple years ago. There goes a chipmunk. He's crazy. Anyways, up here, I think he's putting like 32s on his Jeep. He's got a that 97 TJ he's building, and he has another Jeep. I'm going to go out and wheel with this. He's got another yellow TJ, which I think is on 33s with like a 4-inch lift. So this will be comparable to what he's got. We can both go out and have fun on his property. That'll get me started. I got an idea for a little bit more aggressive tire. We'll probably do that in an upcoming episode. But now some things to work on. I got a few things I want to do before I take the thing out on the trail, and I can putter around with this thing just for fun. This is just a fun project I'm just doing for fun on the side, because I didn't really have a Jeep to wheel that I didn't really care about. Now I got one, bam, and I haven't, it's hard to find places to go around here, but now I got this thing. I can trailer it anywhere I want to go. I can go with my friend Tony. We can wheel at his house. My other buddy I can wheel. He's got some logging trails they just made, so I might go over there and wheel a little bit there, just for fun stuff. This is super cheap to get into it. I'll have $500 tied up in this thing out the door with all the mods on it and stuff, and it'll be cheap fun to have fun out in the woods. Some things I do want to do with this is add a little bit protection to the body, just from trees and stuff. I mean, the tires stick out. That's good to keep you away from obstacles, but this is pretty junk here. It's all rotted out. So what I want to do is make some rock sliders to bolt onto the body. I've got some, I think, 4-inch wide flat stock that I'm just going to make to cover all this rust up, and then I'll come out and have a rub rail on it out to about here. And I'd like to take these fenders where they're missing pieces, they cut into them, they're also rusted. I'd like to cut into this and put a piece of tubing in here, and maybe make a tube fender in the front, come down and kind of tie this into a rail somehow. Back here where this is all rotted in the back, I think the pinch point of the tire is back here because the rear end comes backwards as the leaf springs. So I'm going to trim a little bit of this off, not that it really matters because it's already rotted out here. Trim a little of this off, take some more of that flat plate up around here, and weld up a Fender Flare out of some box tubing or rectangular tubing. Come out and make a Wrangler style Fender Flare that'll stick out a couple inches, keep stuff away from the hard top windows, and any trees rubbing it'll take the brunt of that. Down here in the frame I got a little issue. There's a bunch of rust stuck in the frame. Actually got a hole here to the back body mount. I got a hole here ahead of the leaf spring mount, so I'm gonna take the shackle off and just plate over this, some plate steel, grind this down a little bit, and knock some of the scale off the frame, weld this up here, be good enough for what we're doing. I'm probably going to take this and just knock some of the scale off the frame, and then take some wool wax or fluid film and spray it on the frame just to keep it from getting any rustier. You can see here on the body on the same side needs some work. They sawed a big hole out of it here, got this inner fender out of the way, so I'll make the plate steel to go up over this. We got a hole up through the body here where there's some body filler. I don't really care what it looks like. I'm just going to plate up over it. This is rotted right off here. I'll probably trim this right off and just have the plate steel come down over it, cover this up, and more concerned about protecting like the hard top and the glass from breaking and stuff. So we'll make it look tough, like a Mad Max look. Build it industrial looking on the outside, and paint it black so it'll kind of make it look tough and get rid of the junky look from the side of this. But you know, no cost involved. I got the steel here just laying out back, so I'll get that out and we'll fab that up. That'd be a fun little fabrication series. I want to make bumpers front and rear. I want to make like a little Nerf bar up in the front with a receiver hitch so I can mount my winch, which is on a receiver plate. I'm going to be able to mount the winch on the front. Going to make some kind of plate on the bumper on the back with a receiver hitch so I can mount the winch in the rear. And then I'll have some bumpers. They'll be protected pretty good all the way around. It's got the factory roll cage, so I'm not worried about tipping over. And yeah, pretty much a fun, cheap Jeep project. Something to do. Jeeps are popular. Jeeps are fun. I got to perfect the Jeep wave. How is it? I don't know. I got to look up the Jeep wave so I can wave at the Jeep guys on the trails. Up here in the front, like I said, I want to build some kind of bumper. I'll probably set it up on top of the frame, suck it in, get it up high here, kind of like up in here. Try to keep the approach angle. I might make a skid plate that wraps from that down around, trying to get the approach angle high. Some kind of hitch here in the middle. Got to do a little bit of rust repair. It's got a weak spot in the frame. It's got a hole in the frame actually here by where the steering box bolts on. I'll just grind this down, cut this out, weld a piece of plate onto here. I also want it to articulate better. This Jeep's never going back on the road, so I'm going to take the front sway bar. I'm going to unbolt that, get rid of the sway bar end links, so that'll free the front end up. I'm going to remove the track bars front and rear. Don't really need those. Hopefully this thing will flex a little bit more without the track bars and definitely without the sway bar. And just make it a little bit more capable off-road. And like I said, it's not going back on the road. And I gotta find some marker lights to put the marker lights back in the grill. I can get those at the junkyard probably. And pretty much make a fun little wheeler out of her and do some wheeling videos in the future. So in the back, I'm not going to run a rear seat in it. Might put some kind of like toolbox action back here, carry the jack and stuff. I got to clean the leaves and all the garbage out of here. But you can really see the broken windshield now. I mean, it's got holes in the body back here. There's holes in the tub and stuff. So pretty much this whole thing's junk. It's just going to be for fun. So that's just a quick video for now on the junkyard YJ Jeep build here. We got our 31x10.5 all-terrains mounted up on some Dodge Diplomat cop car wheels. Looks pretty tough. They're hanging right out there. Thing's going to wheel pretty alright. So next time we'll get into the unbolting some suspension parts and doing some fab work, fabbing up those parts I talked about, and hopefully get this thing out in the trail real soon. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm putting out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Hit the bell for the alerts, tell your friends, and I'll see you right back here at the Quick Speed Shop working on rusty junk. Why? Because we can.